Nathan Adams and Jim Hughes here at Rich Hulkow Stadium, and actually Rich Hulkow Field here at Marshall High School. And we had a great game of the night here between the Harper Creek Beavers and the Marshall Redhawks. The hosting Redhawks looking to pick up their third straight win over Harper Creek. Not to be, as the Beavers grounded and pounded their way to a 50-27 win over the Redhawks tonight.
What was interesting about the game this evening, we knew that it was going to be Harper Creek with the run game and Marshall with the passing game, and it was the run game tonight for Harper Creek Beavers, who basically ran the ball all night long, very successful, a lot of touchdowns and a lot of scoring.
And for the third straight week in our game of the night, we had a team that ran for over 400 yards. This week it was the Harper Creek Beavers, and Julian McCray for the second straight week, over 200 yards rushing. He had 210 yards on 22 carries and 2 scores.
One of the things, too, is that Harper Creek possession tonight, they capitalized holding that ball for 32 minutes. That's unheard of. And on the other side, they only had the ball for about 10 minutes, talking about Marshall.
And the only downside for Harper Creek, just a couple of ticky-tack penalties. Nothing too big, very clean game for the most part. But yeah, Harper Creek's rushing offense and their offensive line flat out dominant tonight. And as I mentioned, McCray, 210 yards. Will King had 111 yards tonight. He had 3 scores. And great blocking by Easton Colassa out of the backfield, too.
And go one step more, looking at that offensive line of Harper Creek, they're the ones that made it happen. We don't talk a lot about that offensive line, but they opened it up, allowed these backs to get a lot of good runs tonight. And the other thing, too, 7 times into the red zone, they scored every time, Harper Creek.
And 8 for 10 on third down tonight, too. So Harper Creek, very impressive night. Marshall definitely gave it their all. They had 330 yards of total offense, 2 touchdown passes from Nate Tucker to Kyler Brothers, and also Greg Wallace on a 1-yard run. But it just was not to be for the Marshall defense tonight.
Yeah, what happened is that Harper Creek took them out of the game. We were talking about this. You know, you look at Marshall, they had scored over 103 points the last 2 weeks. And tonight they were totally diffused, took them out of their game plan. They went in at halftime. They come out, they got the ball, and we thought, well, maybe something's going to happen here. But Harper Creek did not allow that.
They did not change too much. As a matter of fact, they only threw the ball 5 times and completed 1 pass tonight. But for that, Harper Creek now 3-2 on the season, and as they get ready to head over to Benton Harbor next week to take on the Tigers. Marshall on the road, as well as they travel up to Hazlitt to take on a winless Vikings squad. So it's a perfect opportunity not only to step out of non-conference for both teams, but also to get themselves ready for the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they're going to be there. Both teams are going to be in the playoffs, so we'll look to see that happen next Sunday to find out where everybody's going. But we're going into Week 6 next week. We're going to go over to Lakeview and get to see the Spartans for the first time.
Second time. We haven't seen them since Week 1 against Battle Creek Central.
I forgot about that. We were there in Week 1.
Yep, but looking at Lakeview, they're now 4-1 as they suffer their first loss, and they're going to lick their wounds against a team that took a toll on Gull Lake, and that would be the St. Joseph Bears, who ran away with that contest. So 2 4-1 teams coming up next week. That will be game 1 of 2 in our regular season finale, because we've also got St. Philip hosting the defending Division I 8-man champs in the Colon Magi at CW Post Field.
Hard to believe Week 6 is here next week. So you stay tuned, and we'll be there for you.
Yep, 6-week sprint coming to a close next week. And, of course, all the scores from week number 5 scrolling down below. And, of course, there's one more game coming up on Saturday with Maple Valley and Weberville. But we'll keep you posted on everything else online at 953wbck.com. Don't forget to download the WBCK app as well to listen to our games. And do it for free as well. Just search 95.3 WBCK in your app store, on your smartphone or tablet, and download the app for free. So, next time we will talk to you online will be coming up on Friday when we preview Lakeview and St. Joseph right here on 95.3 WBCK.
Have a good week.